upset or conflict?
For today, just few times, maybe 2 or 3 times.
2 and 3 times. Second question, did you contemplate and reflect on those events?
It's continuous as long as I reflect it. As soon as I reflect it, I remind that nothing outside can be important. And after that, trying to, I do like a little bit include the imagination. I imagine that I am on this in the still water, and no wave should be. And immediately I became quiet.
Yes, yes. Yeah, in the beginning, imagination is there. Just before this, we had a group session, and this guy from India was sharing what a beautiful way he shared, if I remember correctly. He said that the moment I recognize the discerning mind is there, even for me, anxiety is not important. Reaction is not important. I don't care. So when you don't care them, they are not with you. If you don't care your honey, honey will not be there. No, I'm leaving you. So the same way that we make our anxiety, duality, and a conflict. Honey, why, how? Answer is default mind. Default mind operates on autopilot and reacts to every situation. Discerning mind that observes thought and emotions without getting swept away by them. You have already understood the knowledge part is important, but that knowledge, we grasp this knowledge if mind is pure. If the mind does not move with the default setting, mind does not move with the I maker, then only the knowledge will work. So, default mind, take an example, think of this as a ship is tossed around by the storm. It is the part of you that identifies with every thought and emotion, amplifying suffering, repeating phrases, I am upset, I am anxious. This is the default mind. Now see the discerning mind. This is the ship captain. The captain is aware that the storm is there but does not identify with it. They hold the wheel with a steady awareness, understanding the storm has come, it will go, it is a temporary event. I have to contemplate, reflect in this way. Default setting of the mind. Just see, the thought enters into your mind, I am upset. Default setting says, I am upset, really means I am upset. Discerning mind says, this is just a thought that I am upset. Thought is not me, and upset is also a part of the thought is not me. And I do not do anything, I maintain that awareness. In that awareness, I am upset, dissolves, and I am calm. But if, why don't you understand that I am upset? It means I'm identified with it. I'm upset with you. Don't talk to me. No, but this is only a thought. No, this is not a thought. I'm upset. So I identifies. Ego will not tell you whether you are identifying or not. Only the discerning intellect will tell you you are identified with her. I told you you did wrong thing, and why should not I be upset? I rationalize this. I prove it that I have a right to be upset. Master says, oh, get upset. When you are calm, then you can come back. So that is why the Master, when it says, listening, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasan, you already know. I don't know, let me know it. What I don't know, what I should know it. That this is only a thought. When mind is sticking on this thought, it has built the ego, it does not want to leave it. I don't know, let me know it. So these two things I know it. Then I contemplate and reflect. After reflection, I recognize that this is just a thought. And I'm not a thought. Hence, I'm not upset. Ego will not allow. Ego will not allow this type of contemplation and reflection. It says, what the heck? Why don't you understand? You made me upset. So that is why our masters in the very beginning, in every Mangala Charan mantra, directly or indirectly, and they say lotus feet of the master. It does not mean the feet is like a lotus. It is symbolic. It is an expression. It is an understanding. The intellect should remember. You are stuck in an unexpected traffic and will be late for an important meeting. Just think of it. Imagine. Your default mind immediately creates a havoc. This is terrible. I'm going to be late. They will think I'm irresponsible. I might lose this opportunity. I'm such a failure. Why does always this thing happens to me? Why? What? Traffic jam. Why you are saying, why does this always happen to me? Why you say that? There is a traffic jam. Why you say that I'm such a failure? What the traffic jam has to do with your failure? Are you getting it? This is the default setting of the mind. So you consume, you declare that you are upset. Same thing it happens with the social media. If you look into the Facebook and TikTok, etc., or email. For example, you see the pictures of vacation of your friends, and your default mind automatically generates, this life is so good, so perfect, I will also go on vacation. My life is boring, I don't get the time. Come on, what that guy has done to you? Why you are thinking like this? But I have to think it. No, I'm thinking rightly. So when the default mind says that I'm thinking rightly, then you remember that you are going to have a problem. Now see the opposite side. Traffic jam is there, but your discerning mind observes. Discerning mind says, I notice the frustration arising. These are the thoughts about being late, what that might mean. I can feel the tension in my shoulders and my breathing has quickened. All these are simply the thoughts. None of these thoughts is me. And you come down. But again, I'm telling you, if the ego comes in the way, no solution. The ego is not the way, you are already relaxed. So that is why you shared the experience. Yes, you became quiet. Yes, you did the right thing. Seeing this, here in US, there is a fashion, and that, the world imitates US.
Yeah.
So, if you don't say that you have not gone on vacation, then they will have a very strange look at you. But I have not gone. What's the problem with you? And the couple went to Hawaii and they spent 1 week in sickness. That is their vacation. But I have gone on vacation. Default mode. Default mode. We have to do a deeper reflection. So if you go back, go and contemplate about the ship of the captain. There is something troubling in our human consciousness. We are not our experiences, we are awareness. You will understand it easily. I'm taking, we are not our experiences, we are not our thoughts, we are consciousness in which experiences and thought takes place. What did I say?
But
Every
this,
experience, every thought, like every wave, small, big, many, takes place in an ocean. But ocean is not the way.
yeah.
That understanding, the moment you recognize ocean is not the way, I am not the thought. A thought of pleasure, I am not. Thought of anxiety, I am not. It is a thought. It is a wave. I am agitated. Once thought. Instead, I am agitated. I experience agitation is present. One wave of agitation is present in an ocean of consciousness. Are you getting it?
who is who is catching? So the hesitation is thoughts.
Yeah.
I am
Forget.
powerful. It's thoughts.
Yes. Forget
But
about
who?
who is doing it. First, pay attention to what causes the hesitation. Ultimately, when all the hesitation will calm down, we will know who is that. Find out. You became quiet. Ask yourself who became quiet. First, be quiet and then ask. But during the hesitation, if you ask, who is agitated? I am agitated. You miss the point. You miss the point. Why you miss the point? Because now mind is already in agitation and it takes a fraction of a millisecond for the I to take over that. First, this is a thought of hesitation. This is an experience of hesitation. This is separate from me. I am none of them. Now, hesitation and no more. Then find out who you are. That is the approach we see. The default mind evolved to protect us. Default mind is a curse. Default mind is also an opportunity. It is an opportunity because, the word hit me. The word of relationship, people, business, personal, professional life, relationship, they always hit me. That is why, in relationship to the world, I enter into anxiety, anger, duality, conflict. Otherwise, if the word is not there, so the word hit me, but word hit me because I am responding with my default mind. So I have a choice that I can respond with a discerning mind. I, as I'm using the word I, have an opportunity to respond with a discerning mind. We want to find the I, but first respond. I have a opportunity to react with the default mind, so you react, you are already lost. That reaction is created by the I maker ego. That response is created minus ego. We use the word that I responded. I is not there. It's pure consciousness. But to reach there, first we have to experience 1,000,000 times that I am not my thoughts, I am not my experiences, so that the default mind has changed. think, think. Being lived by your thought, living with awareness of your thoughts. Did you understand? I am lived by my thoughts. I have a thought of anxiety, I am into anxiety. Who told you? This is the thought of anxiety. Why you are in anxiety? So I am lived by the thought. How simple it is. But I have to recognize it. I have to be aware of it. And the moment you are aware, reaction turns into response. This is what the science says, emotional possession or emotional upset versus emotional intelligence. This is what modern science has been talking about. It's not a big deal. Emotional intelligence, when there is a discerning mind, that is the intellect, looks at the emotion of a default mind, resets, it becomes an emotional intelligence. It does not become, because of the lack of thinking, so emotional upset. See that? So how we can conclude I am agitated, I am into anxiety, I am reacting. There is a lack of thinking. It's a lack of thinking. No, but the thoughts are still continuing in my mind. They are coming automatically. Unwanted thought comes. It has caused you anxiety. There's a lack of thinking on your part. For thinking, the intellect has to be active. And intellect, the discernment lives in the intellect. So I am upset. I don't think. And then I continue to be upset. Then my expression, my behavior, attitude. So I lost my emotional intelligence. Reactive living versus responsive living. When I declare that I am into anxiety, I am agitated, I am reacting, I am declaring that I am victim of this world. There is no situational happiness. Why you are searching situational happiness? There is no relational happiness. Why you are searching it? If you are searching, you are a victim. So you play a victim card. Your mind plays a victim card. Enough is enough. Now I will divorce. Divorce. If you want, you will be happy by divorce. We have to contemplate, reflect on each and every event, every day in the evening. When you reflect on it, how the days passed peacefully. I talked to those people. Oh, my mind responded. Why it responded? Because my mind moved from the default mind to the discerning mind. What is discerning mind? Discerning means separate. So we make a mistake. We think that we separate thought from me. We separate here means we recognize they are already separate. Thought is not me. Thought cannot be me. So when you think I am separating, it is the ego working. It will not work. Look at the genius of our masters, the way they are thinking. And they ask us to just, they said, you think of it. Don't believe me. You see, in a very simple way, they say this is discernment. Discernment means separate. Separate means that you separate from what is false and from the real, what is changing from the unchanging. You separate what is ignorance from the wisdom. So which part you want to take? So I have a thought of anxiety. Yes. So now just what it means. Is it a thought or not? Yes, it is a thought. So anxiety is also a thought. Part of the thought. Yes. Are you a thought? No. Can you recognize it? Yes. You have a discerning mind. The moment you are aware that you are not this thought, you are quiet. But because in between many impurities, many challenges, that is why every master has their own way of doing it. Instead of you made me angry, default setting of the mind, you recognize I am experiencing anger in response to what you said. My experience is different and separate from me, and I can choose how to respond. I told you before also. My friend, I told you before also, you cannot have anger and hesitation without any thought associated with emotion. No, I am agitated and then I express. No, your mind already labeled this experience is agitation. That is why you are saying I am agitated. How the sensation knows that you are agitated? Unless there is a thought structure. And thought is not me. Finished? I am not a victim. I am not emotional. I am not lived by the thought and emotions. What happens? Quietness is there, I am free. Instead of thinking the job is killing me, that is default setting of the mind. You observe, I am noticing, you say in your mind, I am noticing stress reaction to this work, this job. And I can explore healthier ways to engage. You know, my impulsive mind yesterday was saying that, oh, you have to clean your room yourself. So I got these thoughts in the morning, and then I recognized my mind was stuck in the vacuum cleaner. So I looked at it, and mind had lot of thought, how to fix it. And discerning mind said, you go and fix it. If you don't know, look at the YouTube. Open the brand. Understand how it works. So instead of going to that, I started looking at the YouTube, that brand, and I saw a couple of videos. Oh, my discerning mind said it is so easy. I stopped and I cleaned my house with the vacuum cleaner. Unfounded imagination. imagination. We have to understand this again and again and again. It is not one time. Think in other way, which I used to apply for my own sadhana. We are three person in one. We are three in one. Now, don't go there, split personality and what modern psychology says that, what do they say? They talk about one disease, mental disease, split personality. They have a specific name of a disease. So we are not going there. Just understand. Be aware of you. You are listening to me. Body is still. So the normal awareness, person number one, is just aware. Body, situation, event, that is aware. Person number two is the discerning intellect. I'm answering your question, who is this I? Because it's a little complex. Person 2 is the discerning intellect or discerning. Person 3 is the impulsive nature, is the default setting of the mind. Your body is still, relaxed, calm, casual, your eyes are open, you are awake. The impulsive mind says, I feel lonely. Nobody is there to talk to me. And it's a lack of thinking. Person number 2 is sleeping because you did not invoke it. So the person 1 and the 3 mix up and they say, I'm not feeling good, Let me have a cup of tea, let me watch the TV and let me go outside for a lunch. The whole day you are distracted. That is causing you anxiety, duality, upset and conflict. It is normal understanding. Person number 1 is normal. You are sitting, I watch you there. You are a perfect normal person. You are sitting and paying attention to me. But what is happening in the person number 3 in you, I don't know. Whether you are listening or you are not listening. So that is person number 2. You listen and learn attentively to anything and everything. It is simply an intellect. Person number 1 is just, you can say it is an awareness came from because consciousness is present, so in relationship to the body and the event, I am aware of the room and the computer, I am watching you, there is no problem. Person number 3, impulsive nature. Person number 3 says, why you are attending this? No, because you have to give a lesson. Okay, this thought passes on to this person number 2, discerning mind. So let me give a lesson. Where is the problem? You come down. Don't interfere. This understanding takes very long time. It cannot. Why? Because you have to live. You have to apply that. When you don't apply, when you apply, you remember, the ego has come, duality has come, upset has come, and gradually you remove them. Then the person number 2 becomes hyperactive. It takes care of the person number 3. It also takes care of the person number 1. Person number 1, go back. I gave you the example of that guy. Cute and beautiful girl. Yes, and person number 2 says, okay, yes, yeah, she is cute and beautiful. I appreciate it. I like it. It has come from the existence. But person number 2 says, no, cute and beautiful is for me. So sensuality is there. How easy to understand, but we have to apply it. Are you getting it? Are you getting that? That is what our masters are teaching. Person number one, normal setting, normal setting. You can say passive awareness. Modern psychology says that it is a passive awareness. Person one represents our baseline consciousness. So the master says, your baseline consciousness will not make you a seeker. From there, you have to move to a discerning mind, self. You have to raise your self-awareness. But why you cannot raise your self-awareness? Because the person number three is impulsive. How the masters explain it? They say all the animal mind has four instincts, and we also, our mind also had those four instincts: the safety and sex and what? Sleep and the food. Look again, pay attention. Person one represents your baseline consciousness. Entire Eastern wisdom says, my friend, entire Eastern wisdom says reorientation is required. You are a person, you become a seeker only when you undergo a reorientation, when you really understand, when you really listen to the teacher, contemplate and reflect, and make it clear what exactly you are going to do. Or simply sitting in lotus pose, how many? 3 hours. I can bet you science has created such a strong medicine that you take those medicine, you can sit in lotus pose for 6 hours. It means that you succeed in the self-discovery. This is craziness. Master is saying I have to raise my self-awareness. You cannot raise your self-awareness by any medication. You cannot raise your self-awareness by any medication. A journey of the self-discovery. So the person one represents our baseline. I'm stressing again, baseline consciousness, awake but not actively engaged. You understand? Awake, I'm awake, Are you sleeping? No, I'm not sleeping. That is a baseline, normal awareness. I'm aware of where I am. I know you are my honey, or you are my relation, okay. I have this house, just aware, baseline. This level of self-awareness will not work in the journey of self-discovery. This is the state where we present but not deeply thinking or analyzing.
Yep. It's Tamas Guna.
Yeah. You're right. You got it. It's basically, there is a Satoguna because I know something, but that Satoguna is 1%. And Rajoguna is almost like absent, and Tamoguna because it gives me an inertia feeling. Okay, house is there, my body is there, it's okay. So thoughts flow naturally without deliberate direction. Thought and feeling flow without deliberate direction. What is deliberate direction? I will fall into anxiety or duality or a conflict. Oh, it's okay. Everything is over. No, people usually they live in Tamsiguna. Oh, your honey said you reacted to you, and she or she became very upset to you. Okay, that happens. They live almost, as if they are living an animal life. We don't need that. That level of self-awareness will not work. It's like being in gentle and receptive state. Gentle, but still receptive. Thoughts arise naturally without force or suppression. And we say, okay, thought has come. Yes. No active mental effort or strain. Present, but not intensely focused. Lack of thinking. Subconscious pattern operate quietly in the background. neither reactive nor deeply analytical. You are not even reactive. Someone says you are crazy, okay, okay. They keep looking at you. Sometimes have you seen that people start staring at you as if they have become a great meditator? No, you are more crazy. So you are not reacting. No, because of tamoguna. Tamoguna is suppressing the rajoguna. Master says you have to move to the person number 2. You have to have a discerning mind. You have to understand what is the meaning of crazy and whom the person is addressing. The person is addressing to the body. Oh, so I'm not the body. So I'm not crazy. I have to analyze this. This is what our masters are talking about. You are sitting with a friend who is sharing a story, you are hearing them, nodding, okay, but your mind isn't actively analyzing, judging what they are saying. You should not listen to the teacher like that. It will not help. Thoughts about your day, random memories, observation, flow through your awareness, but you are not grabbed by them. You are simply present in a relaxed, so-called relaxed and receptive way. You can also be relaxed in tamoguna, but that is going to cause a lot of problems. That is why we have to become a seeker. The morning coffee ritual. Morning coffee and tea ritual, okay. I'm okay, but I've been taking coffee. Mind reminds you, you go there to the kitchen, you take a coffee. Casual. You may say it is a calm lake, but it is dullness is there. Dullness. You are not alive. Person number 1. Who created person number 1? Your mind. You were asking me who is this. I'm answering you, who is this? Person number 2, discerning mind. That is what our masters are talking. You have to have a discerning mind, or you can say discerning intellect. Sometimes we use the word mind for intellect also. Why? Because the mind has 4 functional aspects. According to Eastern wisdom, mind, memory, intellect, and ego. So we say discerning mind because it tunes with the default setting of the mind. Simple. You cannot say default intellect. The discerning mind. So this is the person 2 in us. Is an awakened. Why it is awakened? It says, what is happening? Yeah, I'm here. This is the time. Yes. Conscious, discerning awareness that can observe, analyze, choose responses wisely. It means I switched on from the lack of thinking to a conscious thinking. But thinking in line with the principles of Eastern wisdom, that is why we say discerning mind. Seeing situations clearly, seeing person clearly, and recognizing that there is no situational happiness or unhappiness. There is no relational happiness or unhappiness. There is no event anxiety or event pleasure. Who does it? Discerning mind. So that very awareness that there is no situational happiness or unhappiness separates the thought from me. I am attached to the thought only when I am expecting something. So I live into that awareness. You ask me, who is that? Yes. Person number two, we have already discussed person number one. Now, why I explain like this? So when you understand that person number 1, 2 or 3, which one is active? You will instantly recognize. Teachers in Eastern wisdom tries their best to start the journey from where the seeker. So what happens? From lack of thinking is a conscious thinking. It is a tool rather than being used by the thought. So when you are consciously thinking, you know that you cannot be used by the thought. I'm in anxiety. You get upset. Oh, you are being used by the thought. I already explained you in the person number 1. You applies discernment and wisdom to situations. You observe without immediate judgment or reaction. No, I will take reaction later. Let me understand. You can separate facts from the interpretation. My mind gives the wrong interpretation about you, then that is why you are crazy. Hold on. Discerning mind says, let me understand. Let me understand the fact. So I go by the fact. I don't go by my wrong or right interpretation. We say it is a wise listener. You know, in Jainism, we have another religion, Jainism. Yeah. They use the word Shrota. Shrota means listener. They put out 16 characteristics of being a listener. It's all part of the Eastern wisdom. I'm not going there. Wise listener, I'm using the word. So, wise listener means the world is constantly changing. Can you find anything in the world that is unchanging? No, I don't find. So, Master says, my son, whatever is changing is false. It causes the ignorance. So, that is only one teaching. And the Master says, live into, remind yourself throughout the day. So, you stand up. Oh, you were sitting and you stand up. Your body position is changed. It is changing. What is changing is not you. So you cannot say that I stood up and I'm sitting. Let me go to the restroom. Before that, there was no urge for the restroom. Now you have an urge. After that, there is no urge. Changing. I'm not this. I got married to you and I thought that you will love me. Hold on. What about your situation before marriage? I was single. Oh, so you change, the situation is changed. Wherever situation is changed, you are not you. You live not one day, second day, third day, fourth day. That is why the monasteries were built. So you are not just hearing words, you are discerning the emotions beneath them, recognizing the pattern in their thinking. I cannot live without you. Did you have this thought before in your life? No, this is the first time. So you are crazy. Because your mind has changed. Because mind has changed because of attachment. You did not have an attachment with this person or a situation. Wise listener. You are consciously choosing your responses based on the wisdom. Your partner criticizes something you did. So instead you immediately just passively absorbing. Absorbing, you move to the person number one. Okay, okay, okay. But person number three is impulsive. So normal people, so-called average normal people who are non-seekers, 99% they oscillate between person 1 and person 3. In between you have a discerning mind. Yeah, moment is there. That is what we say. Either the person is a failure or successful in the material world. But we want person number 2 to dominate. Person number 3, default mind. Default setting of the mind, prarabdha, reactive pattern. Animals react in a particular season to mate, to produce their offspring. Nature, controlled by the nature. Person number 3 is mostly, we may say that, oh, I'm controlling everything. She is almost 67-year-old. She sent me an email day before yesterday. Yes, sir, I will living in calmness and joy. Your practices are beneficial to me. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I met a couple and we became friends. And then we went to have a drink, and we had couple of drinks. Everything was calm and relaxed. Now I understand how to enjoy the drink while following the Eastern wisdom. You are more crazy. But I cannot say that. I have to bring her step by step back. I said, wonderful, at least what I wrote, that you recognize whether you attend any event or you do not attend any event, you are still in the state of calmness. That is we require. So even if you are living alone, you are calm. You go for an event, you are calm. It is not situational happiness. It is not situational unhappiness. I did not wrote further. I said better she should absorb that much. So when I applied the discerning mind, I became a seeker at that moment, and the person number 3 takes over, dictates over me. Oh, we have a friendship, so let us go for a dinner and have a drink and enjoy. Are you not enjoying inside you? Are you making me? But I don't say it. You already know about me. You have been with me for many years. I used a different approach. I said, okay, step by step approach. Why, the way my master used upon me and others. No, don't tell this thing to him. No, just calm down. So the person number 3 reacts automatically to the triggers, and when it automatically reacts to the triggers, you say, I'm into anxiety. I'm stressed. Because you messed up, you identify with it. It creates stories and interpretations based on the fear, desire, doubt, expectations. Your friend mentions that your friend mentions that he got a profit of $50,000, and your mind, person number 3 in you, immediately reacts, is activated. And when it is activated, it allows the person number 2 to sleep. So your normal stance, person number 1A changes. Even you try to control, oh, that's really good, congratulations. But the person number 3 says, I did not have that much, Why? Person number 2 is not activated. It is happening because of lack of thinking. That is known as the lack of thinking. That is termed. I'm not going into the highest principle yet. I have gone before. So just you are thinking automatically, mechanically, impulsively. That is what we say, the lack of thinking. Now the person number 3 is jealous. When your partner offers that criticism, person number 3 explodes into action. Childhood patterns of feeling, criticized activate, defensive strategies, and you're full of that problem, and you say, I have always the problem with this honey. This honey is creating a problem. Now see, I'm just analyzing Mangalacharan and these 3 persons. You asked me, who is that person? I'm answering you. There are 3 persons. You respond with the person number 2, no problem. Person number 1 will always remain supporting you. It supports the person number 3, it supports the person number 2. Discerning, person number 2, with the discernment. It separates. I'm not the thought of anxiety finished. And then you're calm and relaxed. Now that is activated in person number 1. So when you are practicing Mangalacharan, you wake up in the morning. Normally, 90% of the people, I would say, if they had a sound sleep, person number 1 is the peaceful awareness, passive awareness. And you introduce Mangalacharan. Instead, before the person number 3 takes over, Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. May Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be what? Peace for all. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be wholeness for all. May there be auspiciousness for Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. After all the 3 persons thrives on the thought, feeling and emotions. Is it not? You are asking me, who is that? There are 3 people. But if my life is dominated by the person number 2 in me, it is the discerning mind. Not only I become a seeker, but I start removing these craziness from my life. Person number 1, peaceful awareness. Person number 2, conscious mind, discerning intellect. Person number 3, mind wandering to the day's worries and the past impressions and the prarabdha. Person number 2, actively listening and contributing. Person number 3, triggered by anything outside. I told you this. She is Russian. So normally in New Jersey there used to be a cloudy days. So she always used to say, Acharya, I feel so much depressed when there are clouds in the sky. Internally I'm laughing, but externally I said yes, because she is She is of my age, so it's not to laugh and make fun of her. But it is it is a matter of fun. What the clouds have done to you. And she corroborates with the fake science. There are papers, there are surveys. You don't want to have a conscious think. Person 3 always operates from the past. Person 1 exists in the present but passively. I have to activate it with the Satoguna, with the person number 2, engages the present with a conscious intelligence. Conscious intelligence. That is known as the Viveka. It is applied. It is not only philosophically understood. It's not a theory. You are listening to it and you are applying here and now. Person number, who knows, the person number 3 in you says, I'm feeling bored listening to you, beer guy, stop this nonsense. Internally, person number 3 may say this. So now this week, you have to remember, you have a lot of work to do. Which person is listening, which person is doing all the activities throughout the day? Am I reacting from the old pattern, person number 3? Passively present, person number 1? Consciously discerning, person number 2? That is why you see in the court of the law, court of the law, you are participating in the crime if you are passively watching.
Yeah.
It just came to my mind, I said, yes. And what would person 2 see in this situation that I'm missing? Person number 2 is always aware, consciously in line with the, just pick one example, change and unchanging, all pervading and temporary. I'm upset because honey, you don't listen to me. How long the honey would survive, I don't know. It is unchanging. Yes, it is changing. So when it is changing, why to worry about what is changing? Why to worry? Accepting the person number 1, investigating the person number 2, strengthening the person number 3 will make you a seeker. Now you understand what we have been talking totally in a different way. I'm just presenting everything because you already have years of understanding, years of listening, and when you start contemplation, so it will help you raise your level of awareness, it will help you move to return to the person number 2. So before we meet on Monday, you have 24, you have 48, you have 72 hours more or less. 72 hours. How many hours person 2 is active, person 1 is active, person 3 is active? 90% person 2, you are a great seeker. I can retrieve all the principles which you have learnt, and you will say, it is so easy.